Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. It is 6 a.m. at the time of recording this on August 26th, 2024, and we have a new D&D Beyond update. It came in 5 hours ago when I was already asleep. For those of you not in Eastern Standard Time, that would be 12:13 a.m. And it appears that D&D Beyond and the WotC team have listened to us, and here's the update. So in a post on Twitter, which was sent to me overnight, thank you again to my friend Jen for sharing this with me, D&D Beyond had this to say on their official account. Last week, we released a changelog detailing how players would experience the 2024 core rulebooks on D&D Beyond. We heard your feedback loud and clear, and thank you for speaking up. Read the full changelog update here. We'll get to that in a minute. But they posted an image that goes on to say, players who only have access to the 2014 Player's Handbook will maintain their character options, spells, and magical items in their character sheets. Players with access to the 2024 and 2014 Digital Player's Handbooks can select from both sources, creating new characters. Players will not need to rely on Homebrew to use their 2014 player options, including spells and magic items as recommended in previous changelogs. You're never going to get me to admit how many takes that required to get through. Whoever thought that the first option was a good idea in the first place has now learned their lesson. So here's more info on the update. So this is the actual update from the D&D Beyond website. I will have in the Twitter post linked below for you. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment to feed the algorithm and help me out here on YouTube. I appreciate you all. It is so early. Last week, we released a changelog detailing how players would experience the 2024 core rulebooks on D&D Beyond. We heard your feedback loud and clear. Thank you for speaking up. Our excitement around the 2024 core rulebooks led us to view these planned updates as welcomed improvements and free upgrades to existing content. We misjudged the impact of this change, and we agree that you should be free to choose your own way to play. Taking your feedback to heart, here's what we're going to do. Players who only have access to the 2014 Player's Handbook will maintain their character options, spells, magic items in their character sheet. Players with access to the 2024 and 2014 Digital Player's Handbooks can select from both sources when creating new characters. Players will not need to rely on Homebrew to use their 2014 player options, including spells and magic items as recommended in previous changelogs. Okay, so that's what we saw on Twitter. Please note, players will continue to have access to their free, shared, and purchased items on D&D Beyond, with the ability to use previous acquired player options when creating characters and using character sheets. We are not changing players' current character sheets, except for relabeling and renaming. Examples include races to species, inspiration to heroic inspiration, and cast spell to magic. We're dedicated to making D&D Beyond the ultimate digital toolset for Dungeons & Dragons, continuously enhancing the platform to ensure you can create, customize, and play your game just as you envisioned it. From your first one-shot to multi-year campaigns and everything in between, we are grateful to be on this journey with you, the D&D studio. So yeah, this will be linked down below, and I think this is what they should have done in the first place. What about you? This whole... they do seem to be intent on making things right with the community, and I will give them that. I had a long chat with one of the folks on the creator team who has to deal a lot with the community face-to-face at Gen Con. I think we sat down for probably an hour during his office hours and talked about the update and how things were being viewed and whatnot. And I think although for many members of the team, this has been communicated to feel like new territory, this is something that could have been handled with so much more finesse and consideration for how the community would react. I would really appreciate if Wizards would stop acting like this is a learning experience for them when they have such seasoned staff on their team. But ultimately, in the end, we have gotten what we wanted. I am happy with the change that DnDBeyond is now still a useful tool for me as I run my 1 to 20 podcast using 5e rules and third-party published content. So we got what we wanted, and we got it in what feels like record time. I feel like someone at some point had to say that this was the right move at first. But I am thankful that they listened. I am thankful that they have changed their mind and are going to do what they have to do to implement this option. Oh, every sip of that feeds my soul. Also, look at how cute the bunny lady is, everybody. My mother got that for me. God, Sarah, no one cares about your coffee cup. So that's the update. I think it was a good one. I think this is what they should have done from the start. Wizards, if you need someone to just, bounce ideas off of, give a suggestion or two, I'm free. Just give me a shout. Yeah, tell me what you think down below. Are you happy with this change that you'll now have the option to toggle between both? And if you think that this is how this should have been done from the beginning. And if you have nothing to say on the subject, leave me an emoji. One person took me up on the emoji for a Monster Fact offer, and I got to talk about flumps last time. So, I don't know. I just want to talk about monsters, y'all. Leave me an emoji. Come on. You made it this far. Do it. Thank you everyone for watching. I am gonna go finish this coffee and have some breakfast and walk the dog, and I will see you all whenever there's another TTRPG news update.